Hi, hello, and welcome to BAP, the Biased Anime Podcast, with your host Skylar.
Hello.
And myself, Jaka. Hello. Today we're going to be talking about anime, and mainly anime, no news that we can think of, and then we're going to go to our head-to-head, the Dungeon Isekai episode. First off, though, Skylar, what have you been watching?
Well, I've kind of forced you to watch through Avatar: The Last Airbender because you said you've never seen it before, and you needed to.
I needed to.
You needed to. It's part of my lore.
And how would you say that watch-along went? Would you say that I was respectful of the anime?
I think, yeah, you were fairly respectful, yeah. I know we spent a lot of lazy nights watching it. Okay, now hold on a minute. I take all of that back. You were making fun of that so much. You need to respect Iroh.
Now, obviously, I had never seen the show, but I had obviously heard Secret Tunnel and Leaves from the Vine songs through just internet memes. So I was singing Leaves from the Vine pretty much, twice an episode just to annoy you?
Uh-huh. And then, mysteriously, you stopped after the episode, though.
Yeah, because then it wasn't funny anymore.
Yeah, you got context.
After that, what's the point? The bits happened. So stop singing Secret Tunnel after the Secret Tunnel.
You're just mean.
Yeah, I mean, I have no empathy. But
that's poor taste.
I would admit the show, I mean, how old is that show now?
It was released in 2005.
So it's 20 years?
Mm-hmm. They just celebrated their 20-year anniversary, yep.
And I know they do live orchestra things. So I just saw another TikTok of it, of everyone singing Secret Tunnel. I believe they just had a Comic-Con where they sang it as well.
Yeah, the last one I saw, there's a TikTok where one of the guys that actually sang that song was crawling on the floor for some reason, inching around like a worm. I don't know the context.
You gotta make voice actors and context really need to go together when they're doing their things.
No, I think it's fantastic as is.
Looks crazy otherwise. No, surprisingly good show. I mean, a little dated in its
yeah, but the choreography is phenomenal. Yeah, it was Nickelodeon.
Now, going into this show, considering I'd only ever seen the film first.
Ooh, well, you were in for a pleasant surprise because it was very different from the film. And why did you see the film, by the way?
So some old friends from the old Discord I was in, they'd already watched the show, they talked about it, and so they wanted to see how bad the film was, and I had no context, so I was like, whatever. And that film was, even with no context of what the show was, that was bad film. That was a terrible film.
I am so sorry. I made it 5 minutes, and I didn't even get past the intro. They mispronounced the main character's name. They were telling the story through voiceover rather than showing anything, and I just got mad and left. No, that's not how it's a film. You're supposed to show, don't tell.
3 seasons. They could have made that into 3 separate films.
Sure.
And just done a season of film. So they didn't have to rush it with, dumping the story on people with voiceovers and stuff. But
yeah,
I guess they just didn't think kids would watch 3 movies about that film, which is surprising because I think if they remade it today, as a film, it would sell out if they did it right.
Okay, so Netflix is creating a series. It's currently in production, and they've released a whole season. I've just been very hesitant to watch it. I've heard decent things, though.
Get that taste out of your mouth from the film still in there.
Yeah.
Then again, I believe the Game Club pod guys have said this before about video game movies and anime movies they're never usually good. It's very hard to get. I believe they did one on Doom recently. I don't know if you've seen the Doom movie. It's awful film. I knew it was, when they said they were doing it, I was like, oh no, not Doom. Why would you do that to yourself? And yeah, I remember the original Mortal Kombat film. As awful as it is, I love that film. I
mean, there's something to be said about a cult classic, but when the director, M. Night Shyamalan, came out and said for the live action that he didn't look at the source material.
Oh, God.
He was making it because, my perspective of that movie is his kids were excited about it and told him about it, and that is the only perspective he gained on it was through children.
The irony.
It's like a child's retelling, honestly. It's so bad.
You look at, say, Henry Cavill in The Witcher, who knows everything about it and is arguing with the directors and producers no, this is wrong. And then you've got M. Night going, nah, fuck it. I'm not going to read the book or watch the anime or anything. Fuck it. We'll do it ourselves.
We're doing it live.
Why would anyone give that man that film?
I don't.
Imagine starting a job and they're like, do you know anything about it? No. Okay, get on in, jump on it. You're running. You're making it up.
Uh, money. So, in other news, I've also been watching the latest episodes of Kaiju number 8.
Considering where the show stopped to where it's begun, would
Mhm.
you say it's dropped off? It's the same? Got any better?
I think it's still holding momentum, honestly.
Mm.
I'm still really excited about what's coming. Like, the music, it just gets me so hype. It is a kaiju film or a kaiju show. Like honestly, the Godzilla like characters that come across the screen, the dun,
Okay,
dun,
so we're all in
dun, that
agreement
was
though.
yeah.
That was Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
We're all like, the music,
Legally distinct Godzilla. He sounded like an
yeah,
elephant.
it's Godzilla. No, it looks like Godzilla.
Run! It's Godzilla! It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not. Still, we should run like it is Godzilla! Though it isn't.
But no, it was fun. I gotta admit, a lot of talking first episode with some shady shenanigans going on, but it was a fun episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's providing some backstory. I mean, again, I know your want is to have a kaiju movie about just kaijus fighting each other with no human element whatsoever.
No, humans can be in it. Just I don't want the main story to be humans winning. It's always humans winning. Always. Have you noticed that? It's always humans. Like we somehow managed to overcome a kaiju monster with ingenuity and I mean, look, mine. You know the new Godzilla, the -1.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Very clever. We're gonna wrap up Godzilla in battleship wire, inflate him, send him to the depths, and inflate him up really quick so he freezes or some shit.
No, it's the change in pressure.
Yeah, it's Godzilla. It's a monster that literally does that every day. Now it kind of worked because he did it faster, but what killed it in the end? Oh, someone flying a plane into its mouth and exploding it from the inside. That was kind of like, yeah, do that. Just do that. That should have been. There should have been everyone should have got in planes and flown at it to kill it. Like,
Side note, we should probably list the amount of spoilers we have in this episode.
never, no, because that film's been out. It's got a second release for God's sake. That film's been out for a lot. If you've not seen that film, it's like people say they haven't seen Shin Godzilla. I'm like, how have you not watched the best one? It's the best one. I mean, don't get me wrong, the old Godzillas are great as well, but for all the new Godzillas, Shin Godzilla, considering its story of how it got made, how it nearly failed, how it got the anime industry like to help them
Oh,
out.
yeah. So Shin Godzilla was 2016. Godzilla -1 has only been 2 years.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong, the Godzilla in -1 is good. It's fast, it's scary, it doesn't give a crap, it just kills everything.
Mhm.
But if you watch Shin Godzilla and watch what it does, like if you've never seen it, the difference in destruction and I love how they even like in Shin Godzilla they have the Americans show up and they're like trying to push their way in, and the Japanese are like, "Ugh." It's like it kind of makes me laugh. Now there's humans elements in Shin Godzilla as well. There really
Mm,
is, and if they do a stupid thing to beat Godzilla again, yeah, of course. What my problem is Godzilla the film was the original was based on the atomic bomb,
right.
like a force of nature or man-made, obviously, because this is what they say. You know, we caused it through nuclear testing and stuff. That this monster is so destructive, there's not much you can do about it. And they've
Mhm.
taken that idea and have completely changed it. Now, yes, the original they beat it with a oxygen destroyer, like it wipes stuff out and all that. Makes sense. But how often do you see a horror film where the whole point of everyone's escaping, and if they win at the end, if the humans get away, they always end it with a twist like, oh, the killer's not dead. And they do, notice they do that with Godzilla. You'll always see like a clip at the end, like a scale growing back or an egg. They always do
Yeah.
it. It's a horror film trope. I would just love if they just like. Do you remember Cabin in the Woods? How they ended that?
Yeah, eldritch nonsense and the world exploding.
Everyone was like, "That was a great ending." They, because it was all a whole trope of like, "Are they going to get away?" Oh, wait, no, they lose. Wait, humanity just lose? Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's different. Now, if you had a film where it was obviously not kaiju sleeping in their bedroom and humans attack them and they wake up and go on a rampage, yeah, fair enough. No, that's stupid. But just a monster appearing out of nowhere, destroying everything. Because they start doing silly things. Like I don't know if you've ever seen the flying Godzilla. It's a thing. I'll, I'll send you a GIF later, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, this was real."
Flying Godzilla. Teaming up with Mothra and just like gaining wings or something.
Oh no, way stupider.
Just
Way stupider.
it's just really good at jumping like the first Power Rangers film.
what? So much stupider. But anyway, I've gone on a tangent. Sorry about that.
What have you been watching?
So I've been trying to get back into One Piece because I was a bit behind. I just finished the Samurai arc, and they're like on Egghead Island Part 2 now. So I've finally got to Egghead, finished Part 1. Fight scenes were, I would say, internet breaking. No, obviously not, because you can't beat Goku's like internet break, and obviously I know some people didn't like the ant fight on the Juju Island for solo leveling. Like some people had problems.
Solo leveling.
I'm like, it was great. I thought it was brilliant, but if you take a break from an anime you've watched like over 1,000 episodes on, because sometimes you're like, oh, it's the same stuff over and over. But when you take a break and come back to it, it was so much fun again. Brooks' stupid jokes made me laugh again. Sanji and Zoro fighting with each other made me laugh again. And Chopper just being just disrespected by the world government with his bounty, he makes me laugh every time because he's like, he can become a horrific monster sometimes, and he's just got $1,000 bounty basically, or berry bounty. And it's like, he's like, I'm not a pet. Like every time, makes me laugh. But there was this fight scene between, I don't know if you ever watched the Rob Lucci versus Luffy fight. It was on the when we're trying to save Nico Robin. It was like a leopard versus the captain. I don't know if you ever got there. Ooh. It's a kind of like a rematch and they're both more powerful. But obviously Luffy has now activated the newest one, which you've probably seen like clips of. I think I've shown you the fight just to show you what it was like.
Yeah.
This scene was it was amazing because like Lucci was like, oh crap, he's so much more powerful than I realized. And it was because obviously Luffy's power, like he laughs a lot in it. He's like, it's a thing of him laughing. You don't realize how scary it can be, or like how like horrifying to like the other characters it must be when he's laughing. And his laughing goes from that kind of like silly laughing to like pointed at you laughing. And it like you can see it when it changes in the scene they film it, because he's like ha 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 ha, and then starts staring at him, and he's like, oh shit's about to go around, and then it cuts and it zooms in on Lucci's eye, and he's just seeing a reflection of a fist coming at him. That's how fast he moves. He's from across the map in his eye. Just like, hey, how's it going? Like, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? I need to show you the fight. I know it's a spoiler for you, but I have to show you it. It was so fun. I was really in it.
It'll be a while. By the time I catch up, I'm probably going to forget.
By the time you catch up, it'll be 2030. Although I've heard rumors they're going to re-release One Piece as like shorter, kind of like the main bits.
Oh yeah, kind of like what is that? Dragon Ball Z Kai
is that
or something like that, where it kind of you
could just say catch-up show.
Well, yeah, I mean it definitely like catches it up, but it's also more for a younger audience. I think they've kind of cut out some of the violence. It's like, when they were like making it for like a 4Kids TV version of
so it's not just like cutting out
of like Pokemon where they take guns out of the episodes and yeah.
Why would you do that? So this is going to be, so what you're saying is the new cut's going to be less violent, more.
I don't know anything about that for One Piece. I just know that was the example from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
Okay. We might cut that out. I might leave it in because I never even heard of Dragon Ball Ki.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kai.
I just thought it was a new show.
No. It's kind of an abridged version that was officially released. Yeah.
Abridged. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And there's this new show you've not seen, but I've watched the first 2 episodes to see if it was like something catching. Like, how I'm going to say this is, I call it Trash Planet. I want to say it's Gachakuta is how you say it, but I doubt that's right. But if you haven't seen it, which I know you haven't, might be the new kind of like My Hero type show.
Ooh,
like really good.
Interesting take. Animation. All right.
It may even be the same people. I'm not sure because now I'm thinking about it. Some of the effects did look not similar, but you could tell, like a art style. But the fighting in it, it came out of nowhere. I thought this was going to be a revenge show, if that makes sense. Like a person gets betrayed, but it kind of is. But at the same time, there's an element of almost Bleach Hollow in there, like giant monsters fighting. I was like, where did this come from? It reminded me of that game with Jack Black when he goes to hell and becomes that rock game. I always forget the name.
Brutal Legend?
Brutal Legend, yes. I kid you not. I don't know why. It had that same kind of vibe.
Huh.
I was like, this is just Especially the monsters looking. I was like, and the way they're made, I'm like, that was very, very Brutal Legend style, and I liked it. I was like, this is actually quite cool. Brutal Legend, by the way, would make a great anime.
You're not wrong. I did see it went free after Ozzy passed away.
Oh yes, rest in peace, Ozzy. Hometown boy, born here. We have benches everywhere and a giant bull inside of a train station called Ozzy, because that's what we do.
I heard there was a petition to rename the Birmingham airport.
Yeah, no, it'll be Ozzy Osbourne Airport. I think that's probably not going to happen, but it would be fun to go. Which plane you getting? Flying from Ozzy. Okay, that just sounds like you're flying from Australia, though. That's probably why they won't do it.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong.
They might call it the Birmingham Osborne Airport. I could see them doing something like that.
Studio Bones, yep, did do My Hero Academia.
Yep. Thought so. See, I may not do my research, but I do kind of sometimes recognize things looking like other things.
You just don't know how to pronounce them.
No, I told you, don't speak English. I work underground at night. I'm basically a hobbit or dwarf at this point. Okay, anything else you've been watching? Or is it just kind of like rewatching stuff, catching up on anything?
No, that's about it, really.
We do have some to catch up on, though. We got Dress Up Darling Season 2.
Yep.
I believe Apothecary Diaries, you said, is getting a second season we need to catch up on.
Oh, it's already out and completely. Yeah.
Oh, bugger.
Yep. Sakamoto Days Season 2.
Oh, yep, we need to... Yep, so we are behind.
Windbreaker Season 2.
Oh, bugger. So many Season 2s that we've not watched yet. There's too many.
Hero Season 4.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
It's okay. Yeah, I started watching it. It's fine. It's better than Season 3, but that's not saying a lot.
Yeah, a turd is better than Season 3. I mean, Shield Hero is about up there with that vending machine about how much I want to watch anime. And that got a Season 2.
Guess what's going on the wheel?
How the fuck did a anime about a vending machine get a Season 2?
You just can't get past the premise. Maybe it's a good story.
I tried to watch it. It's awful. I can hear Slade saying it's not awful in the background. I can hear him yelling it. Oh, okay. So no news other than rest in peace, Ozzy.
Nah.
Yeah, and my hometown is taking a hit there. I was in the city centre. I saw some flowers left on the bench with his likeness on it and all that. So people are sad to have lost the man,
and rightly so.
I don't think there's much other news. I mean, obviously there's some news, but it's just too depressing, isn't it? It's like
that's why I refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I will say one thing: Ofcom and the United Kingdom's governments. Can you just stop trying to govern all the internet and just go fix the roads and pay the bin men? Can you do that for me? That'd be fantastic. Thanks, guys.
I could complain the same about my government, but that's one of the drops in the bucket of many things that I could speak on. But we're doing an anime show and we're not talking politics. Thanks.
Here is a short message from the lads at Gaming Views.
Welcome to the trailer for Gaming Views. Think of it as the demo level before the real action kicks off.
We're Dan, and every week we're bringing hot takes, breaking news, deep dives, and everything gaming related.
From the biggest headlines to retro classics, hardware breakdowns, and inside scoops on developers, we cover it all.
So level up your gaming knowledge, subscribe to Gaming Views wherever you get your podcasts, and don't miss out.
Head to head.
In the red corner, released in 2019, if being dark and edgy gave you a harem, it's ARIFURETA, from Commonplace to World's Strongest.
In the blue corner, released in 2021, a show that makes us root for a spider with multiple personalities. It's So I'm a Spider, So What?
Welcome to Head to Head, where our hosts pitch two personal picks against each other to see which is better. This episode is pitting our favorite dungeon isekai against each other. Commonplace against Spider. Which will win? Who will be crowned the victor? And who will suffer this week's loss?
I mean, technically, if I lose, I still win, because you got to go against like 5 different spiders now with the personality splits. That's right. You got to fight 5 spiders. What are you going to do? You're just a commoner.
I'm dark and edgy.
You are
That wins
definitely
fights.
dark and edgy.
I
That's the darkest and edgiest person of the world.
will say, the one thing about this show that really stood out to me when I first started watching it was just the fact that like it started off really strong.
Yeah. I'll admit.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's what stood out, and that's why I chose it.
we're going to change the way we do this. Listeners will hear this after, obviously, because we're going to have changed this. Obviously, we kind of go through a flow, and I've had a couple of people go, who won that point? It kind of quickly, you're like jumping categories. So we just split the categories up a little bit. It's going to be a bit easier.
We have listeners. We're getting feedback. All right.
It may have just been
I'm
one
excited,
person.
sorry.
There we go. Feedback. And I'm thinking we're just going to change up a little bit. You'll notice in the edit. Hopefully you enjoy it. If not, let us know. Also, let us know who you think won, because we just argue between ourselves.
Yeah, we don't save the scoreboards afterwards. We do kind of leave the point system a little bit nebulous. So, yeah.
If you look at
I'm
the
on board.
bottom of that page that we made, you'll see that you have won 3 times and I've won 2. And I think you said that on purpose for me to check that. Yeah, you're just laughing at yeah, you did do it on purpose, so I had to read that out loud. Yes, that's right. Skylar is winning, but we're going to try and make this a draw at the moment. So, going into our first category.
Story and plot.
That's right, story and plot. Okay, who wants to go first? Do you want to do a flip, or should the loser go first?
I mean-
'Cause technically I lost.
Ooh. Yeah, go for it.
Loser goes first, thanks.
I'm not calling you a loser.
Okay. I believe I should win because mine is, well, we're both isekai, so it's hard to judge like on the story, like who someone died, like, oh, my character died and had to live again. We both did that. Mine is, we are very similar in story and plots. I would say yours goes for more revenge, and well, actually it starts revengey, but then it more finishes flex. So I think mine's better because mine is left alone by themselves until the very end. She has to do it herself. She has to level up by herself. She is in the deep end from the start. Like there's no, the only backup she gets is from the voice in her head, the goddess, if you will, or the administrator D, I believe it's called.
Yeah, the game admins.
But that only comes in later on.
Yeah.
Like at first she can't understand it until she gets her occult skill up high.
Mm-hmm.
And she has no clue what's going on. She's just birthed, and she's a spider. Now, if I woke up as a spider, I think I'd kill myself. Like she takes it awfully well. She just kind of rolls with it. She decides,
yeah,
she was before. You see glimpses of her. She's a loner, doesn't really talk to anyone, socially inept. Becomes a spider that goes on a killing rampage that gets noticed by the governments of that area as the most dangerous thing in this labyrinth. That is so dangerous that they send parties to hunt her down.
Yeah.
The Nightmare Visage is her name.
Including the continent's hero. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So, I think my story is good because it starts off with, like, you see her level up. Sometimes it can get a bit kind of odd because the time difference between the characters and the way the show's made makes you kind of have to rewatch it a couple times to understand.
I mean, we'll get
what's
to
going on.
We'll get there with pacing, but I think honestly, like it is a pretty good story. So yours starts off and it's just your main character versus the world, and she has to survive. And to survive, she has to eat, and she needs to put up with the fact that she used to be human and now she's eating like bugs and snakes and
and yet somehow makes
frogs.
The food look good. I don't know. Like, the catfish episode where she eats that in the lava and she's like, oh, it looked good, I gotta admit.
Yeah, true. It is.
It's a very simple story.
Yeah.
Girl gets remade as a spider. She learns out she's got skills, evolves them, fights bigger and bigger monsters until she can escape, and then realizes, oh, there's a whole different story going on that she's a part of, and then she realizes she's a part of that story, and that's kind of how it finishes. Like, we don't actually get an ending. It's almost like a midpoint. We're supposed to be getting a season 2, but the 12 episodes we were allowed to watch for this fight, that's where we got to.
Yeah. And as for the premise of this show, the dungeon isekai, yours is a little bit more truer to that, in the sense that she doesn't escape in the 12 episodes that we were given to watch for our show today.
Although I wouldn't say dungeon isekai means that you're stuck in a dungeon, because your one is a show about someone who raids dungeons.
That's true.
Like so I mean, you could I would say Dungeon Isekai means that you're an isekai anime with dungeons in it. Like you could say Delicious in Dungeon is one as well, although not an isekai, obviously. But
Yeah,
there's a lot of dungeon ones we could have done.
that's
But
true.
forget those because I want to know your story and plot. Why do you think you deserve this win?
Sure. So it starts off, my main character is just a kid from school, and they're transported to another world. The entire class is. And
Same actually.
yeah,
Again, very similar story.
yeah. Then they're raiding a dungeon, and by way of somebody being just really curious, decides to touch a gemstone, and they get teleported down to the 65th floor.
Would you say curious or incompetent?
Both.
Because
Both can
I
be
watched it and
true.
I was like, that guy's an idiot. He's like through him when it comes to those like treasure chests.
Oh, the
Just
mimics?
grabs it. Yeah.
Yeah, he just sent it. Yeah, and then sent everybody down to the 65th floor where they had to fight off, like, what was it, like a giant minotaur or something like that?
Yeah, it was like a bull with skeleton army behind them. They were pincer maneuvered.
Yeah, yeah. And our main character gets brave and decides to, like, what's it? He's got like a transmutation ability where he can turn like the ground into a wall. So he stands in front of the bull to help save his classmates. And in doing that, gets betrayed by one of his classmates. In some barrage of magic, he gets hit directly and gets cast aside and thrown down into the abyss. So he has to survive as well.
And he's like considered weak,
Oh yeah,
if I remember.
yeah.
Like he's like everyone else has got powers, and he's just like I can transmute stuff, which isn't very good.
Right. So he's not really honed it to a point where it's actually useful yet. So he's cast down. He's thrown into like the bottom of the dungeon, and he's surrounded by monsters. He gets his arm eaten and his eye gouged out, and he crawls his way, transmuting a hole into the ground, and only survives because the hole that he made was underneath a mana crystal that produced holy water, which would allow him to heal. And to survive, he had to eat monster meat, which is normally poisonous and normally would kill you. But because he has a chaser of holy water, he's able to heal, and he gets abilities because he's eating monster meat. And his hair turns white, and he turns edgy and has to survive and make his way out. He transmutes himself a gun.
Yeah, yours is the gun anime. The original gun anime.
Yeah. In a fantasy world, he transmutes himself a gun.
So if you were to summarize though, like your plot.
Dark and edgy, and on his way, trying to escape the dungeon, he makes his way out and like meets up with the vampire who's been trapped in, and so he rescues a girl, and then they escape, and then they rescue another girl and all of her family, and then they rescue another girl, and then there's a really, really horny dragon that they have to
Don't rescue that dragon.
bonk on the head
They
because
did not rescue.
no,
Yeah, head.
yeah, opposite end with a giant pole because that's the only sensitive part that you can get. Anyway, we won't talk about it.
Brings a new name to that Giga Drill, doesn't it?
My God, yeah, it got a little weird. But
a little weird.
Dungeon Isekai turned. So he starts off in a dungeon, fights his way out. Dark and edgy wins the day, and then he builds a harem and rescues people, and actually kind of has a heart sometimes. But then he's edgy, and then actually kills his enemies. But he's got a minivan.
No, it's a Humvee. Not a minivan. It was a minivan. Dark and edgy turns into hippie really quickly.
It might as well be. He's carting the whole soccer team.
Yeah, at that point. Even he becomes a dad at one point. So both similar storylines.
I've got a soft spot for Dark and Edgy though, so I like mine.
Yours reminds me of Spider-Man 3 Dark and Edgy, not Dark and Edgy. It makes me want to go, oh, this is good. I mean, I just think out of the two, for story-wise, they're so similar, except for like they both eat monsters to gain powers.
Yep.
Obviously, he kind of gets an OP kind of see that transmutation. He just starts to be able to transform stuff out of like insanity.
So
he makes a minigun by the end of it.
Well,
it's
yeah,
like,
because he's got access to a workshop that one of the Mavericks had.
I know, but it goes from dark and edgy, like, and they really push that edgy bad by the end of it.
Oh yeah, he's got an eye patch and he's got guns.
Yeah, the harem as well. That was like, it doesn't really seem like he was fighting the dungeon and more just wiping it out.
Eventually, yes. When it first started, he was fighting for his life.
Came into the realm of failure frame near that last fight as well with the Hydra. I don't know if you remember that fight when he's got him and the vampire against the 6-headed like monster. I was getting a little bit. This is a little failure framing. Very CGI blue lock characters running across the screen. But I mean, I wouldn't say I get the win. I'd say they're just too similar. The plots are basically the same. What would you say? Would you say a draw? I would take a draw on this.
All
or
right.
a win. I'm not taking a loss.
I'll take
dark
it.
and edgy.
I'm
not taking emo man running around a dungeon beating the spider. I
Yeah.
hate spiders, and I'm trying to fight for the spider.
He's got white hair now.
He's got the white hair change and everything. Yeah, he really does. It's the most dark and edgy. What would you say out of all of them? Out of this one and Tokyo Ghoul, I think.
Ooh.
Dark and edginess. Which one wins? Do you think? Oh no, that's a different fight. Anyway, we're going off topic.
Emotional response.
Who would you say you have more emotional? You have more characters.
I certainly
no,
do.
actually, no. I suppose I'm not really counting the other cast in my spider, like the humans and the elves and all that. Their storyline, I must admit, I'm not really caring about. The hero and the kid and the dragon, the girl who becomes a dragon, all that. I was just like, that's a secondary storyline to me that didn't even need to be in this. It felt like filler.
I feel like it's setting up for a larger story that we haven't reached yet, and we haven't gotten that.
What's the problem there?
We haven't gotten that yet.
But there's emotional stuff that happens, and I just maybe again because I just don't care, but I just did not care for them.
Mhm.
The spider, on the other hand, when she's fighting the Earth Dragon,
Oh yeah.
and I feel like when she gains levels and like she heals and fights, you are with her.
Oh yeah.
All the way.
Yeah, she's fighting literally
there,
like tooth and nail, life and limb. Like she is losing body parts during these fights and is only able to scrape by because when she levels up, she can heal.
When she's fighting her own mother as well, like the big spider.
It's not in the scope of this episode. That's after episode 12.
Oh no, that's episode. I had to keep watching it because it was so fun. But you think like when she, because she fights the Earth Dragon at the end. It's episode 12, isn't it? Like that fight, and she's screaming at the dragon when it gives up all its skills at the end to die, like because it knows it's the best, and she's like angry at it for not wanting to survive as much as she does, even though she's the one that fought it, like to kill it. But like when she's fighting all the monkeys as well.
Oh yeah.
Like she's trying to survive, and like they're like ganging up on her, thousands, and she's like trying to figure out ways to win.
Yeah. Oh,
there's so many good bits in that. Like when the humans burn down her nest, and she's like really mad, but from their perspective, this monster just starts freaking out, and so it's not attacking them, but it's just like, what have you done?
Yeah, I think honestly, I'm gonna give you the point on this one. The reason I'm gonna give you the reason here. So Spider, you're feeling for her the entire time that you're watching it. You are on her side and you are on the edge of your seat hoping that she's going to make it episode to episode. You know she's struggling and she is working hard to get there. In my show, Commonplace to World's Strongest, you feel for the character in the first episode, maybe even up to the third episode. He's struggling. But then after that, it's just a cakewalk.
He's OP.
He's so overpowered that you know he's going to win every single fight from here on. Like...
Yeah. I mean, when you've got a gun in a world of swords and shields, I mean, what's the goddamn point? Like, you might doesn't he bring out a rocket launcher in one episode? Like, I'm pretty sure the dragon fires rockets for a sidewinder missile.
Oh yeah, yeah. And even in the last episode where they're fighting off an army, he gives the bunny girl an actual rocket launcher while he takes out a Gatling gun, and they defeat an entire army together.
And I know we don't. Obviously, we only watch 12 episodes, but I'm pretty sure as it goes along, he makes a airplane.
I think there's a submarine in the next episode after episode 13.
Submarine.
Yeah,
submarine is because So he's not really someone you need to worry about.
No.
I mean, try and make it emotional with the bunny and like
sure.
But then they keep making it comedic because the bunnies are like, oh, we're the most like weak, and then he trains them and they become the most sadic, muscly like killers in the forest.
Yeah, they really do become more sadistic later on. Though they do have to fight for their autonomy in later episodes as well, because they're just viewed as like slaves or something like that. They're trying to fight for freedom.
Well, I think it makes them into gladiators because like they're super powerful, but again, they can't fight against the Empire or something. Then he shows up and kills all the Empire.
For some reason, as part of my show, the choice to train alongside the main character makes you overpowered, apparently.
Yeah.
It's within the scope of everybody's ability, apparently.
He's got He's got a XP share on.
Probably. You're in his party. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna give you the point.
I'll take the win on that.
Yeah.
I'll take the win on that.
Characters.
Characters, you did say that you don't care for any other character than your main character.
I don't think you're supposed to. Like the whole show is I'm a spider, so what? So you're supposed to care about the spider.
Mm,
The vampire girl she meets later on, the baby, she's like caring for that child.
true.
And you kind of care what happens because you caring because she cares. But even she's like doesn't care. She has her own kids at one point. Like, I don't know if I don't think it's in this episode, like this 12, but like she doesn't give a shit about this. She's like, "See you guys," and walks off. Like she lets these thousands of her own visage just walk around and stuff. But because of the time difference of his future past, and it's like you don't know when stuff's happening unless you've watched the whole series, and then you can, oh, okay, this is the timeline then. Like you work out, like she's got a few years ahead or something of the others because while everyone else is still a baby, the birth rate for the spider's like a month, and then she's growing super fast.
Yeah, because she has to fight to survive.
A monster. Yeah, she's fighting like the Earth Dragon when they're just getting into school or something. So she's got a time difference in the way a monster lives. But the demon lord, like you're supposed to this underlying story of like the world's coming to an end and Administrator D's like the goddess who gives skills is in pain or something, but you don't learn enough to care. And then the hero storyline, they seem arrogant. Like the bad guy in it, the guy who's got the bad human in it, just seems to be a petulant child who just needs to get his way, otherwise he's going to be, the one who's in everything, like, oh, I'm the hero, so I'm the best, and all this, and skills are meant for just us, blah, blah, control. And then the other one is super, oh, everyone needs to be respected, and it's like, it's just trope after trope after trope. Like, the spider one is so much better because even she realizes what's going on is just batshit, and she doesn't care, she's just got to survive. And that's a good... it's almost like watching those videos of people going into the forest just to like build a cabin. You're like, yeah, just like you got to do it just because you got to do it now. You ain't got a chance. And that's how you get emotionally involved because you're hoping they survive. Whilst everything else is just storyline that you don't really feel for. I mean, the thing is, your one, like he's like you say, he's so OP.
Yeah,
the emotion comes out of it, but then again,
he does attach himself to other characters, and other characters do attach themselves to him. There's a little bit of subterfuge in the other classmates. So there's some character development in his classmates. There's one that turns bad. He's trying to impress the demons.
The guys though as well, at the guard who's training him, like he's actually quite a nice character. Like I liked him. Like the one who's like with the shield and stuff, and he's like they're training him, and he's like, I'm so sorry that we lost him. Like we should have been better. We shouldn't have done that. And then you've also got, I kind of like the idea that there's one of the characters tried to kill the main character, like at the start. And when he comes back and he's freaking out, and he's like, oh shit.
Actually come back to haunt him.
The dragon character is a bit annoying.
Yeah, she does kind of
and the bunny
the results a little bit. No.
The bunny, no.
She can do no wrong.
I mean, you like the bunny because it's a goddamn bunny.
Of course.
Her character was almost like that lightning one in Demon Slayer. Getting a bit too yelly. Though then again, the bit when the guy shows up in the restaurant with the teacher for the first time, the Royal Guard's like, I'll cut your filthy ears off, and he shoots him in the shoulder. And he's like, mind your manners. And you did feel like he actually cared, and the character was like, all right, so he is growing a little bit. And then the vampire's like, he stroked your ears while you were asleep. And he's like, oh, really? And he's like, shut up. Stop telling her that. God, Mom. And then when the little girl comes into it later on as well, the mermaid he's got to look after. Yeah,
it's a little over the top, I think, with the whole like, she does eventually grow on you a little bit.
I think she's just like kind of forced in as a character almost. You know my favorite character in this whole show, the fish with the human face. What is going on there? I thought one-off character in the water stream, seeing him, fair enough. But returning character? Never saw that coming.
Yeah, he was stolen away to the aquarium, and main character releases him because he feels bad because he's probably the reason he got caught in the first place.
It was funny though. I mean, that made me laugh, and that made me like the character. So I think you win this point. You have too many more characters that are more impactful. Whilst a lot of my characters are background, and the only one you really care about is the spider, really. And I'd say the Demon Lord as well later on, because obviously,
Hmm.
spoiler, they kind of become the same, if that makes sense. She has a mind effect on the Demon Lord, if you will.
Animation.
I win.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have some good bits at the start.
See,
Very good.
I
Very fun.
I felt like my show ARIFURETA was basically it started off really strong, and I remember the gist of the fights. The story felt like it hit, but watching it again, the animation's not great. You get the gist of what happens, but it's not nearly as well animated as So I'm a Spider.
They use a lot of CG in yours,
It-
and they do use it in mine as well, but mine doesn't look as bad. I think the problem with yours is they use it for very specific dark colors.
Mm,
And we've said this before, we're using dark. It because it's so different in a computer to a drawing, it either makes it you can't see it at all. Like think about the scorpion scene in the church with the vampire.
mm,
When he gets the vampire out of the stone, and then a giant two-tailed scorpion falls from the ceiling, and it's basically pitch black, and you can't tell what's going on, and it looks bad. It just looks, and the Hydra as well. It just didn't look good. Yet, think of the spider scene when she gets half her body taken out by I want to say it's Araba, the Earth Dragon,
mm.
and like it bites half her leg off, and she falls into the liquid, the venom healing liquid she makes, and
Mhm.
she starts to heal. And then as she heals, she gets hit again, and she's like, "God damn it!" It's like the animation when the flames go up the spiral, and she's falling down, and she's chasing her. It's like it's like a movie battle by the end of
Well,
it.
counterpoint too, though, when she's fighting all of the lizards, all of the monkeys, all of the wasps,
Oh,
like those are all
CGI,
CG. Yes.
left and right. CGI left and right. And we've said this before, though, when it comes to big battles,
Mhm.
especially, I mean, if we talk about the elves and stuff later on in the show,
Mm,
oh my god,
Yeah.
those mechs, it's CGI left and right. It's awful. Faceless CGI. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Like you say, as the show goes on, the animation, when it's not her and focused on her, the animation becomes sad. almost.
secondary.
Like it's
Yeah.
secondary. It's like we've run out of budget after that
Right.
fight.
Yeah, I'd say you'd inch out in this category specifically because of the fights that she has with like that are
Yeah.
one-on-one. But Arifureta, the way that the fights work in that, it's very just like you see a character do an action and then it's a cut, whatever the effect is of that action. So main character shoots and then you just a cut to a character just wiping across the screen because they just got hit by a bullet. Yeah. It's not well done. You get the gist of it. It's still exciting, but not nearly as well animated.
I'll admit, when I watch yours, when I had to watch for the show, obviously, when it was those fights, I could look away and just do something else
Hmm.
because I was like, I know what's going to happen. But every time I watch Spider, even though I know what's going to happen, I like to watch it.
Yeah.
When she's fighting the dragon in the lava, one that's already had a fight with other dragon wyverns, and she's like accidentally comes in on it,
Mhm.
and she's like, "Oh crap!" And then she's the best thing I think. The reason why I like the animation, she's learning new skills as she fights.
True.
The problem with your one is that he already has everything, and anything new he brings out is usually just a bigger gun.
But
It's like not skills; it's just the same skill over and over and over
it's
again.
not
but
a
just
bad
differently
thing
trained.
though. It's part of the dark and edgy trope, you know? The character's overpowered and that's the theme of the show.
But instead of like being like on the back end of a fight, like he's losing, he's already winning, and then a big monster shows up, and he doesn't like. There isn't a big show where like he's struggling to kill it. It's like, oh, this gun isn't working. I'll just bring out the bigger gun. It seems almost like he doesn't care. It's like he's like, I'll shoot it with the bigger one, or I'll send the dragon in with or I'll give this ring. And it's like, there's no build up. It's just like, we have to get this fight scene done by the end of it.
Just sending it in.
Yeah, just send it.
Phoning it in. Yeah. All right. I told you 5 minutes ago you've already won this one.
Yeah. Well, I'll take that point. Okay, so next category is
Voice acting.
voice acting. Indeed. Now, I have not listened to either of these in English.
Neither.
I just in Japanese. Although Crunchyroll did try and force both in English first. I don't know what's going on with Crunchyroll. It's trying to force that on me, but I really like the spider voice actress, especially when she's got the multiple personalities going on, and they're all singing and like doing stupid, like when she's Spider-Man swinging through the city, and she's like Spider. There's a lot of funny jokes. She's very good at doing different voices when she's
Yeah.
screaming in pain, when she's screaming at the Earth Dragon in like agony and like why are you giving up kind of stuff.
I could see that. Yeah, there's a lot more emotional range in your character. Now, I will say there are multiple characters in my show that I do tend to care for, but I don't know if they've elicited as much of an emotional response
Well, if
through
you're
the
just talking
voice
voice
alone.
actors, though, I
Hmm.
think, I mean, all the other characters, if you took the character, say, face image, and you hear their voice, does it match up? Does
Oh
it
yeah,
make sense?
I think
Are
all of
they
them do.
are they good? I think they all do. To be honest, like none of my characters seemed like the voice didn't match.
Right.
Like the girly one, the girly voice. The spider had like she was very good at all the different voices. Like, even when she was like playing the body voice, it had kind of more of a masculine tone. Like
Mm-hmm.
she was a girl putting on that kind of like fake masculine, like, "Hey, I'm, I'm the buddy voice." But then you've got like the other characters as well, like the hero. He sounded all pompous, and the edgy, like evil guy. He sounded like an absolute arrogant twat. They all had the things. Now in your one, he seems like an edgy person. He sounds like an edgy person. The
Mhm.
bunny sounds energetic. The dragon sounds slutty. The vampire sounds like all kind of mysterious and has that kind of like low voice.
They
And
fit
the
their
mermaid sound,
characters.
yeah, they fit. So they nailed the voice acting in both shows. I just don't know how you would fight it as a point because they both elicit the responses that they
Mm.
give.
Another side of voice acting. Another side of voice acting. Monsters.
That's a good point. Mine do make a. I wouldn't say they used voice acting for my monsters, more just like animal noises that they've changed up a bit.
Hmm.
Like if you hear the dragon roar, you could kind of tell it sounded almost. I would say like a changed up like reverbed cow or something, like
Oh. Hmm.
or like a door opening. I mean, it's what do they call it? Is it Foley work? Is
Foley
that what
work.
they
Yeah.
call it? It's just. I mean, they could just use a generic voice.
That's
I
true.
mean, your ones as well. I don't remember.
Yeah, nothing really stood out as being crazy good. Yeah, it'd be hard to tell too. They're not often credited.
I mean, what would you say for like this? Like they both yell superpower things, like fighting. Like mine
Mm-hmm.
screams like evil eye and stuff, like when she's doing the magic eye and stuff, or yells for body brain. Would you say for obviously your main character doesn't do that; he just pulls out guns. But the vampire does do spells, and
True.
the bunny yells like super hammer and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They all seem to work. They all work. It's a hard one.
You
You
don't
say
have a draw on
draw?
this one?
Yeah, draw them. This one, I think. It's just too similar. I think voice acting would be more for like less actiony and more romantic or like comedy kind of style. That makes sense. It's hard with just like dungeon isekai because you're not really listening to the voice. That makes sense.
It's
Like
more the action you're paying attention to.
yeah, if the voice put you off, I think that was how you'd notice it more.
Hmm.
If we listened to the English, I'm sure we'd have opinions on this category. Speaking of categories,
Sound design.
now this is where I think monsters and fights come into it. So like explosions, the
Mm.
music, or not the music. I wouldn't say the music, more just explosions, monsters, creatures, spells. I mean, you have a lot of weapons going off in yours.
Mm-hmm.
I have some pretty cool deaths in ours when she's killing them with the evil eye from like miles away and like making them disappear or into the void. Like she creates one like a black hole gravity spell that like and they actually make the sound of the human turning and crunching away and disappearing while he screams in horror. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I nothing really stands out about ARIFURETA. Honestly, like it's just it's a decent show when overall nothing's
Yeah.
really bad about the sound design. Nothing really stands out.
Well, nothing really puts out either. Like nothing's like screams, "Oh, this is awful." Like the guns sound good.
Yeah.
The drill when it's hammering away into like the ground or the dragon sounds good. I mean, it's up there with what it does. I mean, the monsters sound right, I guess. Like the rabbit in the first bit, like not really making any noise, but like the noise it made as it used its power to swift kick, I think it was called.
Yes.
And the sound of the arm being crunched was good. Like when it rips the arm off and he's trying to survive and he's like choking and stuff. That all sounded good.
True. Whereas in Spider, I'm imagining more the fight with the Earth Dragon, where she's surrounded by flames.
Yeah, I was thinking how good they made the sound design when she's got the foresight eye,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like a pre-echo sound of the actual attack. Like they reverbed it and had it backwards echo, like it was coming into a frame. I thought it was quite good fading. I mean, considering how do you do a premonition sound? Like, how would you? I mean, that's a hard thing to work out. Yeah, I mean, this is a hard one. We both have a lot of fights, a lot of big moments.
Doesn't really stand out too much. I mean, I know that your animation is definitely superior, but sound design, I think they're
just
both
on sound design. I want to think. Imagine you're hearing this show and you're blind. Like it's.
You can get the gist of both of them, really.
Anyway, if you spoke Japanese, yeah.
But well, but nothing really stands out. Like, what's it like? I'm thinking like solo leveling's like a rise, or I'm thinking of
True. Yeah, nothing like
going atomic.
Nothing that is the poster child sound design,
right? So nothing's really
like Goku screaming, like power up. There's nothing like that.
Yeah,
or it's a bit of a shame, really.
No real iconic sound effects that came out of it.
I think this one would just have to be a wash.
Sure.
Nothing on either, really. No win, no loss. Just a draw, but in a sad way.
Double zeros. Okay.
No points. Double zeros on this one. Because we're both agreeing there's nothing good about it. There's nothing bad about it. It's just meh.
It's fine. It works.
So, speaking of sound design, though.
Music.
Where do we go with that? Because I know I've got... The thing that most sticks out to me for music is
credits?
The end credits. Spider, yeah. That's the thing. I should win because you said that. Like, that bloody spider running her. She's got lots of rock music in mind. Like, at one point she plays a band. I don't really remember much of your intro and outro.
No, I don't either. Honestly, the music for the fight scenes in Spider is also really good. But what stands out the most is that end credit scene.
Yeah, it reminds me of solo leveling. What's it said? Someone said it recently. It was a meme. It was like the face everyone loves, and it was his face walking into camera for the intro, and then the feet everyone hates, and it was his feet walking away. And I was like, yeah, it is. It's exactly what it is. All right, so it was a quick.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick category.
All right, so next one then. What is our next category? I think it's
pacing.
Pacing. Thank you. Oh, what a weird voiceover that came out of nowhere.
It's mine. I've been here the whole time.
I don't think we can use that.
Is it copyrighted?
Maybe, probably. I'm sure he would take it as more as a homage than.
I didn't say it as Sam Reich himself would have. So pacing. Honestly, so my show ARIFURETA, it starts off strong.
I think you win it. Just because my pacing is all over the fucking shop.
He fights his way through the dungeon. He's able to get out, and there's a little bit of a time skip when they get to the Maverick's lair at the bottom of the dungeon. After that, there's a little bit of a time skip, but it wasn't.
But it's told in a way that makes sense. It's like it's not a time skip as much as it is a montage. Because you understand what's going on, like in the stills they do, and it's almost like an end credit scene anyway. Because it ends after it ends the episode, and like they're like, let's carry on, and then the next episode's the Hydra fight.
Sure. Yeah. Whereas in Spider, it is a little bit confusing, though. I think it still lends itself to being a good mode of storytelling. I don't know. I don't personally mind the time difference, if we're being honest.
The problem is the first watch, it doesn't make sense until the very last episode. When you watch it again, you know what's happening, so you think it's okay. But when you watch it the first time, it was confusing. Also, the different storylines, like going from a spider to someone you don't care about, really cuts up the pacing for me.
Oh, fair.
At least yours stays on the main character.
I was going to bring up, it's like The Witcher season 1. It's
exactly the same pacing. I hate that shit. I understand that people like CC and all that. If it's called The Witcher, maybe stay on The Witcher. Like for the first season at least, maybe just do him.
I'll take the win for that.
I just think yours is a bit more better paced, to be honest. Especially when it comes out of the 12 episodes, yours is at least makes more sense.
Recognition.
I think you win this point.
Mine more well known.
Because you've got 3 seasons.
Oh, you've got 2?
Oh, I might be getting a second. It's still in the works. I think.
Oh, interesting.
I know a lot of people know what Spider is, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you just said the first bit of your name, like the actual name itself,
ARIFURETA?
people don't know what that is. But if you say, oh, the guy, the commonplace, world's strongest, if you have to give more information. If I say, so I'm a spider, people know what the spider anime is. There's not many of them, which kind of makes it stick out.
True. Granted, the design of the spider.
Yeah, very, very iconic. And I have seen people use it online. Like on Crunchyroll, you can have it as one of your pictures.
Oh,
but I don't see
like
your
profile?
anime in there. Yeah.
No.
I mean, it was promoted on the main page, but so was yours as well. So it kind of maybe it's at the time when it was released, it's popular. It kind of hard. It's like I wish we could find like, oh, you know what? I know how we can figure this one out. This might be an external one.
Ooh, are we gonna look into numbers?
Yeah, I'm thinking
Box office reception.
I was thinking rating.
Oh,
on IMDb.
Interesting.
So yours is a 7 out of 10.
All right. Okay.
Mine's a 7.2. Oh my god! Again, that you might have lost a bit in the things because you've got more seasons.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah. So on Crunchyroll, mine's a 4.7. Commonplace is 4.6.
Ooh. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So light novels of Spider sold a combined 1.2 million copies by 2018, and Commonplace, the world's strongest manga, sold in 2017 84,000 copies.
Yeesh.
All right, you won 2 of those categories. I'll give you the recognition.
I'll take that. I think recognition's a hard one. Unless everyone we know is talking about it, we have to look into the numbers there.
Yep.
Okay, so I think now we've ended the big one. I am 2 up at the moment. It's 6-4 in my favor.
I got one. I know I'm going to win in this next section.
Welcome to the bonus section!
Bonus section. Here we are. I hope you like the new intro to it. We're thinking it's a bit more of an FU area this is, because you can really lose even if you're winning in this section, especially with some of the categories we've got.
And we keep adding more.
We do. I mean, you know what I've noticed in any of us? We don't have anything for comedy.
Ooh. Would you like to add a new category?
Do we add a new category?
Oh, is it because you want to win because you know that you're going to win it?
No. You have some funny sections as well.
Mine's edgy. I want to point for edgy.
Yeah. I mean, do we add it now or do we add it after? Is the thing. Do we add it to this one now or do we add it later?
Well, if you're adding comedy, I'm adding edgy.
So 2 categories we're going to win. Let's add them at the end. Like we'll do those next time. We do need to redo some stuff on this anyway, so I think we might have a new category list next week. Or next time. Anyway, so our first category of the bonus section is
fan service.
You know what? I win fan service.
What?
I just do. Wait, you've got a spider. I've got a harem.
She gets boobs later on.
Yeah, outside of the 12-episode scope of our watch.
And you got the dragon girl, and they all naked in episodes. All right, fine, you win this one.
I've got a bunny girl.
I feel like it's the only reason you want to win this section.
Have you seen what she's wearing?
Now, there's a question for this category, which is
cyberspace.
Mine.
Technically, is it?
I mean, they use phones.
Are you in a video game?
No, but like it is administration. Like I mean, it is and it isn't. Because there's so much more story to tell later on. But Administrator D makes a phone comment. She's administrator of this. It seems like the world is based on a game system, but it isn't a game. If that makes sense. Like she said that old hero and demon lord worked together to find her signal, and that's how all the original people died and then got reincarnated because she felt bad about it. But when you think about it, does that mean all video games are worlds that are alive?
Maybe in this universe.
That's terrifying to think about, because how many people have you killed in video games? But yours, what about yours? I mean, he creates weaponry
He
and
creates weapons, but he doesn't
Mars.
have any sort of use of like cyberspace or anything like that. And that's this section specifically. He creates technology, which is a different
Yeah, I
section in the bonus.
suppose.
But
Yeah, I mean, annoyingly, in the 12 episodes, I've got the I don't have the giant mechs that appear later on, which is a really annoying bit.
I keep forgetting about those elf mechs. That's so weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's probably not a good sign though that you forget about that happening.
yeah, it's the side
Okay.
characters. It's not Spider.
Yeah, if the spider's not involved, I don't care, to be honest.
I think.
Yeah. All right, so
Mhm.
our next one then. If I'm winning cyberspace,
Mhm.
what are you winning for
CGI.
CGI? Yeah. How are you gonna? How do we? Because we both got it. A lot of it.
Yeah. And
Sometimes good, sometimes awful.
I think it's not used terribly. And the reason I'll say this is because I have a different screen than you do. Things
You
that
have
are
OLED, yeah. That's
things that are
true.
way too dark for you actually show up pretty okay.
I mean, it's not just that. Though. I mean, those Hydras showed up, but they showed up all right. It was like, ugh.
I mean, you've got the wasps
then,
and you've
but
got the
then
army of monkeys and you've got the lizards and all of the
even the toads
spiders,
and stuff. But then again,
all of the frogs.
when there's there's a lot of monkeys and spiders on that screen and bees. That's the whole reason they use a lot of it.
Mhm.
When they really use it well is when she's fighting the Earth Dragon.
Yeah.
Like they really got that down well. Maybe I think it was a blend though. I think that's why it works so well. But I think this one
Mhm.
would have to be a wash. I think we both use it. It both works well. I think though, this next category is going to piss you off because I'm gonna pull something on you here to make me win.
Oh no.
Which is
Food.
food. You missed an entire category.
It might be because I'm hungry.
All right, we'll jump into food. Fuck it. Food. Ooh.
So
Yours.
Spider
They
just
do eat some food,
Spider just eats monsters.
but
But is there a hear
when
me out
she
coming?
bites, hear me out. When she eats that, after she's eaten horrible monsters, like she's eating the frogs and the lizards, and they all taste terrible. And she can see, even when she's eating it, she's like, oh, she's crying, but she has to eat to survive.
Mhm.
When she eats the eel, the fire eel, and it's like she cooks it over the lava, and she bite into it, and it's juicy, and she sits there for that moment of like, is it good or is it bad? And she's like, oh my god, it's amazing. And then she doesn't realize she's eaten the entire thing, and it's just the skull drops, and she's like, oh no, I ate the whole thing. That food looked good. Like,
Yeah, you're not
I
wrong.
wanted to eat part of that food. Then again, your food isn't bad,
Well,
but that scene alone made me
yeah.
want to eat that food.
Yeah,
I was like, that looked good.
the food in ARIFURETA, the only time it was ever really focused on was when,
The curry.
well, actually, yeah.
I'd say it's a big part because he had rice and he's like curry and he's like, you don't really show much of the food though. It's more just like they're eating it kind of thing.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the show too, Nagamo loses his arm and has to like run out. And I've only just realized that's the first time I've said his name this entire show. He does have to eat monsters, so
Well, they both do. So.
it's pretty well on par with each other when they're trying to survive.
He hates his food at all times. It
Yeah.
doesn't make it look good at any point.
No, because it is actually gross, and it does try to kill him because it was poisoning him, and he had to counteract it with holy water.
But she enjoyed her food. Like she's eating eels left and right by the end of it.
That's true. Though she did try to eat a slug at one point, and she nearly died.
That was a funny. It was just like, I wonder why they could have let this. Like,
Loses
like
all
the
but one hit
angel
point.
wing one.
Yeah.
She's like,
She has to rope her soul back into her body. That's right.
I'm not going out like this. What did you say, Ben? I mean, I don't. There's not much food in yours that I remember. I do remember that scene with the eel. Though. It made me laugh, and I was like, that did look juicy, a juicy bit of eel.
Just because it was more of a focus on, well, it's a focus on both of ours. Honestly, at the beginning, it was definitely a means of survival.
Yeah, yeah. It's off. I suppose that's how you do the category. Is it food? Is there food in it, or is it something you'd want to eat? I think this category comes from the old one we did with campfire cooking and stuff.
Yeah, well, we did have some more focus on it on some Ghibli films.
Yeah. So it's like, would you eat that food? I would not eat any of that food
No.
that he ate in yours.
Oh.
I would definitely have eaten that eel though.
Except for the curry.
Spicy.
So you need a chicken korma.
I do love a chicken korma. Okay, so food, right? We'll do that double win. We both have to eat
kind of a
if
wash.
It's not the best food.
Yep.
I still think that eel looked good. All right, so we got to go back to one we missed, which was
Product placement.
hear me out. There's not much in either, right?
True.
There's barely any actually,
Mm-hmm.
except for a very, very famous spider that would not appear anywhere except for this anime where she
All
swings
right.
a
Now,
Spider-Man.
is that...
That is a Spider-Man. It doesn't just come up once; it comes up twice when she's a very famous spider, and she goes, "Who? This guy?"
I wouldn't...
And it's her dressed in the colors of Spider-Man.
All right. Now, I wouldn't give it product placement.
I would.
That is not product placement. That is a cameo.
They did.
That is
a cameo would have been if he was in it.
There's okay.
She was wearing his costume,
A,
promoting Spider-Man.
a nod to another...
A nod. But then again, product placement in other things, we said it was just, a bottle in the background is product placement and stuff.
But it was actually... But product placement is specifically products.
Hi, editor here. Just cutting a lot of this argument out. It's 10 minutes of them arguing back and forth about if Spider-Man was product placement or not.
No, but she has to... We've talked about this way too long. It's been like 10, 12 minutes. I'm going to cut a lot of this out. So the question is, product placement. Does Spider-Man count? What are we thinking? Yes or no? Do we flip a coin for this? Is this how we got to do this category?
Just because we have to move on?
Yeah. I wish I had a coin on me. I'll just go to the internet. Fuck it. All right. Heads or tails, then?
Tails.
Tails. All right. It's not a product. Thanks, Google.
It's a nod to another IP.
Fine. All right. Fine.
We could add that as a new bonus section.
Boo.
But it's not product placement.
Well, we could have got nods to other IP. Like,
yeah.
God damn it.
Like Godzilla. And Kaiju number 8. Yeah.
Magic.
I suppose technically magic
Yeah.
you do. I mean, it's a skill, would you say? Skill based.
Oh, well, yeah, no, there are other characters who also have other skills too. Like Dragon's got her own skills.
Vampire.
And, Vampire's got her own skills. Main character can craft things. And what is it? Refine materials. He's got magic.
Yeah. He's
got
more
magic
of a,
rings. He can infuse.
He's like what you do, isn't it? Like he's like the resource gatherer /
Oh yeah, that's definitely the character I would
his
play
own
in an MMO.
version of construction.
I just have to sit around and craft forever until I'm overpowered.
Mine is all skill based.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, she calls it magic in the show.
It is magic, yeah. She does have like a mana bar that she has to maintain.
Yeah. If the MP that goes out, you actually die as well, don't
Would you call one system better than another? And counterpoint, I
Hmm.
will say that guns being in the system do still matter because he triggers it using electricity.
Well, no, yeah, because he gets that from the wolf, isn't it? The lightning wolf or something. He gets that from. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. So
I would think this
static
just has to be a wash. It's both in its own. If they're both systems in their own shows, they're both good. They've both got their good points and bad points.
I do like the scaling too.
Yeah, I mean,
he becomes overpowered pretty quickly, but that's just because he knows how to craft, and he can craft a gun.
Technology.
jumping into technology category though, in 12 episodes, I believe you win this because my technology doesn't come until way later.
Oh,
And it's not very good
Yeah.
technology.
I
mean, if you
elf
forget the
Gundams.
main elf guy is a robot as well. Like he's a robot. Wait, like, she punches him in the face and he's a robot. He's not actually human or an
Oh.
elf. They use old world technology.
Oh,
That's
right.
like
That's right. But it's not in the 12 episodes.
number 12 episodes. There is technology obviously used. The phone pops up. The admins are all talking about it. They come from a world where technology is a thing. This is just different
I mean,
world.
that's just isekai.
But yours goes from
It's magic circles to have-
but magic circles to I have a gun and a car
and a
and a bike
and a
bike at one
motorcycle,
point.
and later on he's got a submarine that makes an appearance in like the end credits of the last
And a
episode.
plane.
Episode 13? I think we got to on that one because that was the actual end of the
Yeah.
season.
Then there's a plane in the
He's
later
bit-
seasons. I'm pretty
It's
sure
like a bomber almost. Or no, it's like what's
Yeah.
it like? He can just live up there, right? It's got like a huge.
It's a moving
basically,
house.
Yeah, it's really impressive, honestly.
It's not.
I love it. I
You
love
might
it.
as well just make it Death Star.
I mean,
Like,
good.
it's hard to fight tech when you're more of a magical based system anyway. And when the tech does come into it, mine is more like clunky robot, which makes no sense because it just appears out of nowhere and everyone's like, why are there robots in this? I mean, that's what I mean when this anime takes like a nosedive, that's the time it starts to take a nosedive. And you'll notice the spider's barely in those episodes.
Yeah. They're the not good ones.
Almost like they were trying to round up the series as quick as possible.
So while we're here, are we going to add any more bonus sections?
I don't want to because I'm winning.
Well, one of them you would win. One of them I would win. So I think it'd
pointless anyway.
be a wash anyway.
Do you want to add them in just so we can have them for the future and we'll just talk about them? It's going to be a wash anyway, we know. So.
Right, yeah.
Comedy. Edgy. IP homage.
Okay, so these 3 categories are new. We've just added them. I win comedy, you win edgy, IP homage. Technically, I suppose me. Although, would you say yours is any?
No. I think he might make some references to the outside world, but I don't think he actually has anything as blatant as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
So, our categories are all done. We have changed the system a little bit. Hopefully you enjoyed it. The final totals, if I'm reading is correct, Skylar has 9 for commonplace, and Spider has 11, which I think, I'm not 100%, but is 11 more than 9?
There's no way of knowing, honestly.
There's no way of knowing. One sec, let me here. I'll
It's one of the
Google it.
mysteries of the universe.
Is 11? Oh, it is. I won. I won. Could you tell I'm being a bastard?
So rub it in, don't you?
Well, after last time, the Cat Returns winning, I was quite mad because I thought I had that in the bag. I was so mad when Cat Returns went on bonus sections. That was annoying. Hopefully you all enjoyed the head-to-head this time. Do you want to spin the wheel for the next category so people can know what we're watching next time?
Yeah, so I don't have to choose it myself. I'll leave decision making to the wheel.
So the categories on the wheel are sports, sci-fi, steampunk, fantasy isekai, VR, anime, high school, time travel, mech, dystopia, music, movie, and fantasy isekai.
Spin, 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 spin.
Oh, that was close. I was having a heart attack moment then because we've already done slice of life. Woo! Forgot to take that one off. It's dystopia.
I know exactly which one I'm choosing.
I have not got an idea. I'm gonna have to look that up. Do you want to say yours or do you want to hold it in for next
I
time?
think that'll be a surprise.
Surprise. Okay, that was the episode. I believe it's a long one. I apologize. We did try and cut that one.
No, you do have a lot to cut
There's a
out, by
lot
the way.
Yeah. Okay, anything else to add on the end there?
Wobble-wee.
Yep, that. All right, bye. Okay.
Do we want to give out any socials or anything, or are we just ending it there?
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. All right, we're gonna. All right, I'm gonna have to edit that around. All right. Sky, before we go, any socials you want to give?
So before we go crazy, yeah, you can find us at Bias Anime Pod, BluSky.
You can also find us on our basic socials as well. Myself on jaka.bluesky.
Skylar Desperate at BluSky.
Thanks for listening. Sorry it was a bit mad. And wow we were.
Wobble-wee.
Bye.
Bye. Bite my upper lip. Fan service.
What, you want to speak like in English right now?
Fan
Oh,
service.
Reginald, we have some fan service.
Can we use that bit? Please?
No,
Please?
we can add it at the end of the episode. We're not doing that. Oh, Reginald, we have some fan services not being the
Please
intro.
keep that in.
No, no.
I hope that it's
I'll pull it at the end of the episode. You are losing your shit. You've gone red. They can't see the camera as well, you know that. Okay, let's take that.
If only I was the one editing it, I would have kept that in. Oh my god.
You don't have any control when it comes to the edit. Okay, let's try that again. You ready this time?
No, we're using your soundbite.
No, I'll just use your first one then.
Service.
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh, my face. Okay.